everyone, it's George from Blockchain TXP, and today is the 20th of September 2023, and because of the FOMC meeting, the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies is definitely looking good. So it's going to be really interesting to see how the market reacts as and when we get more information regarding information from Federal Reserve Board Chair Jerome Powell. So definitely crucial information, and I'm really hoping that over the weekend, the price definitely reflects the future of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, at least for the end of this year. Now guys, in today's episode, we are going to be discussing a massive news, and that is to do with Bitcoin adoption fund by a massive giant from Japan, and that is called as Nomura, and what kind of an impact will it have on the future of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So we'll definitely go ahead and explore that. And look guys, lately there's this massive war going on in stablecoins, and Circle USDC is definitely taking the lead. And I wouldn't be surprised, let's say 2 to 3 years from now, Circle USDC definitely overtakes Tether USDT. But the news that I'm going to be talking about today is that Circle USDC is going to be working on Polkadot as well. So we'll definitely go ahead and explore that news. So definitely positive news, not just for stable coins, but for the general cryptocurrency market as well. Then guys, later on, we're also going to be discussing Cultureverse, which is essentially a project which is backed by Walmart and looks like they're celebrating 50th year of hip-hop music. So we'll definitely go ahead and explore what that news is and how it is actually connected in the world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And finally guys, we have some update regarding India. And look guys, I've always said this, so far as Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is concerned, India has always had a love-hate relationship. But in today's episode, looks like we have some news regarding blockchain technology. And the news is actually published by Cointelegraph, which is more of an interview which actually states that India's state government is using blockchain technology. So I'll definitely go ahead and explore what that news is all about. And like we do in every Crypto and Coffee a Day podcast, I'm going to be discussing 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news, guys, is regarding launching of a new platform in Dubai, and that is called as L-Fi Labs. And they're definitely making a move in Dubai, and they are pioneering central hub for cryptocurrencies. So we'll definitely go ahead and explore what kind of an impact will it have on Dubai. And the second news, guys, has to do with artificial intelligence, and this is more of a partnership. And the news is that Volatile partners with Third AI to boost artificial intelligence integration in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So definitely positive news in the world of artificial intelligence. So quite a lot to cover, guys, in today's episode. So let's kickstart with it right away. Welcome to the Crypto and Coffee a Day, the daily podcast that keeps you up to date on all latest developments in the world of cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and NFTs. Join us Monday to Friday as you kick off your day with a cup of coffee and a deep dive into the exciting and rapidly evolving world of digital assets. We'll cover the latest news and trends in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space, as well as delve into the growing world of NFTs or non-fungible tokens and metaverse. Plus, we'll keep you updated on the latest developments from Dubai, UAE and the wider Middle East region. Whether you're a seasoned crypto enthusiast or just getting started, Crypto and Coffee a Day has something for you. Our expert host will provide insight and analysis on the most important topics in the industry and help you stay up to date on the latest developments. We'll bring you interviews with leading figures in the crypto and blockchain space and explore the ways in which these technologies are changing the world around us. From the impact on traditional financial systems to the potential for revolutionizing industries and transforming societies, we'll cover it all on Crypto and Coffee a Day. So tune in and join us for a daily dose of Crypto and Coffee a Day, and let's stay ahead of the curve together. We'll start your day off right with the most important news and insights from the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain and the metaverse, and help you navigate this exciting and rapidly evolving landscape. In Crypto and Coffee a Day, the daily podcast covers the latest developments in the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain and the metaverse. We'll also bring you updates on the latest news from Dubai, UAE and wider Middle East region. This also includes a range of topics such as developments in the local and blockchain industry, including new projects and initiatives, regulatory updates, and policies related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region, local and regional events and conferences focused on crypto and blockchain, interviews with leading figures in Dubai, UAE and Middle East crypto and blockchain community, coverage of any significant news or events related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region. By covering these local and regional developments, in addition to the wider world of cryptocurrency and blockchain, Crypto and Coffee a Day aims to provide a comprehensive overview of the industry and its impact on the Dubai, UAE and Middle East region. Now before we kickstart today's episode, I have an important message, so check this out. Thank you to our sponsors for being part of the Blockchain DXB journey. Firstly, Advanced Media. Advanced Media Guys is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE, so definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Shalu Group, a luxury retail and distributor which is headquartered in Dubai, are getting into the NFT game. And here's the deal, guys. They are not just getting into the NFT and metaverse space, they are going to be shaping the NFT, metaverse and Web 3.0 space, which I believe is excellent not just for Dubai and UAE, but also for the global cryptocurrency community as well. And guys, Shalu Group's Web 3.0 sneaker brand called Soulmates revealed their first NFT collection on the 12th of April. Now what is really interesting is that it's called as Soulmates, so it's spelled as S for sugar, O for orange, L for Larry. Now instead of E, they've replaced it with Web3, and it is the number 3, mates.xyz. And guys, listen, Shalu Group has over half a century's worth of experience in luxury goods, and them getting into the NFT space is a massive deal. Now if you're a sneakerhead, you definitely need to check out soulmates.xyz. And once again, guys, the number is 3 instead of an E. It has all the information, and in the show notes below, you'll get all the information. And listen, guys, if you want to be an early adopter, you can also pre-mint it at www.premint.xyz/soulmates. So definitely check it out. And they have a Discord community as well. And guys, Nick, who is the head of corporate innovation at Shalu Group and also the co-founder of Soulmates, has a WhatsApp group where he constantly provides updates in the area of NFTs, Metaverse and Web 3.0. So guys, check out soulmates.xyz and be part of the Soulmates OG NFT that is definitely going to shape the industry. Next, listen guys, there are 3 things I'm absolutely passionate about. One is death metal, ice cold beer, and the third one is extreme sports, and that is Tough Mudder. And Tough Mudder, guys, is a series of obstacle and mud runs that'll push your physical and mental limits without the pressure of competition. It's essentially a community that is built on teamwork and overcoming obstacles, where stepping outside of your comfort zone is the actual reward. And my big question is, guys, when was the last time you did something wild for the very first time? Now listen, guys, Tough Mudder Arabia has a formidable team, and one of the events does actually take place on the 14th of October. And Tough Mudder Arabia, guys, is putting across a series of events this year and next year. And the first big event take place on Fujairah Adventure Park on the 14th of October. So look at the show notes below. You'll find the registration link. And if you're someone who's in Dubai, there are 2 days of back-to-back Tough Mudder events as well that takes place on the 11th and the 12th of November at the iconic Jebel Ali race. And finally, guys, in the second quarter of 2024, there's a massive event taking place in Ras Al Khaimah, and that takes place on the 20th of April 2024. Now listen, guys, if you want a season pass, it is at a discounted price. So look at the show notes below for the discounted price. And guess what, guys, they have 2 different distances as well, 5 kilometers and 10 kilometers. And if you have kids, get your kids along. So check out the show notes below to find out more information regarding Tough Mudder Arabia. Next, Startup OI is global one tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers.
a brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform and search for Rise in the Obstacle Course Race podcast. And finally, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below.
Now, guys, since you've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now, at this point of time, guys, the global cryptocurrency market is at $1.08 trillion. Now, since the last 24 hours, it is marginally up by 0.97%. And later on in the day, guys, we'll get some clarity on what decision Jerome Powell has done so far as the interest rate is concerned. And to be honest, guys, that news will significantly impact the global cryptocurrency market. I wouldn't be surprised if the global cryptocurrency market crosses the $1.10 trillion, and it's going to be really interesting to see how the market reacts, particularly over the weekend. Now, unfortunately, guys, this year over the weekend, the numbers have been drastically going down, but I'm really hoping because of the FOMC meeting that definitely changes, and hopefully towards the end of this year, the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies does show some indications of a bullish market. Now, so far as the total cryptocurrency market volume is concerned, since the last 24 hours, it is at $27.36 billion, and it is actually up by 11.45% since the last 24 hours. The total volume in DeFi gas is ridiculously low. It is at $2.16 billion, and DeFi gas is accounting for 7.91% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. And if you look at the decentralized exchange to centralized exchange dominance, it is definitely looking good, but I'm hoping it to be much better. But as of today, it is at 16.74%. And so far as the total value locked is concerned, guys, Lido is clearly leading the pack with $14.39 billion locked in his protocol. Now let me just very briefly run through the 24-hour volume of decentralized exchange, because to be honest, since the last 24 hours, the volume of Uniswap has definitely picked up pace, and it is at $781.79 million. And guys, listen, I'm really curious to check, so far as the volume is concerned, how much of this volume is actually done by centralized exchange. To be honest, guys, I wouldn't be surprised if, let's say, 80 or 90% of these transaction volumes are actually done by centralized exchange. Just a thought, but I'll definitely need to go ahead and do some research. Now, the second decentralized exchange volume is PancakeSwap, and its volume is $267.35 million. Mavic Protocol, guys, is number 3rd at $112 million. Core Finance is at number 4th at $86.33 million. And finally, Dodo at $86.25 million. Now, guys, if you look at the volume of stablecoins, it is at $24.92 billion, and Tether USDT accounts for $19.06 $1.95 billion. And look guys, I wouldn't be surprised the way how Circle USDC is making move in stablecoin market. They would definitely overtake the 24-hour volume so far stablecoins is concerned, maybe let's say 2 to 3 years from now. But as of today, the volume is only at $3.02 billion, and Binance BUSD's volume, guys, is down to $699 million. And few days ago, guys, I've been talking about Binance USD, and unfortunately, the project is coming to an end. Now, so far stablecoins is concerned, guys, despite the volume being at $24.92 billion, it is accounting for a staggering 91.10%. Definitely not ideal. Ideally, guys, the volume of DeFi or Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies should be accounting for a higher percentage of the total cryptocurrency market volume. And look, guys, I've said this over and over again. I wouldn't be surprised if that thing happens, let's say in a couple of decades, but these numbers are definitely very demotivating. Now, guys, let's quickly run through the market cap, 24-hour trading volume, and dominance of Bitcoin and Ethereum. And to be honest, guys, the market cap of Bitcoin is definitely picked up pace in comparison to, let's say, Ethereum. Ethereum's market cap unfortunately has not picked up pace at all, and as of today it is at $197 billion, whereas Bitcoin, guys, is $529 billion. If you look at the 24-hour trading volume, Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume is definitely more than 3 times of that of Ethereum. It is at $13.8 billion, whereas Ethereum is at $4.39 billion. And if you look at the dominance, guys, Bitcoin's dominance has definitely picked up pace. It is at 49.20%, whereas Ethereum is down to 18.40%. So it looks like, guys, since the last 2 weeks, a lot of momentum is definitely focused towards Bitcoin. Now, could it be possible that in anticipation of Bitcoin Spot ETF, a lot of the attention and a lot of investment is actually focused on Bitcoin? Most likely that is the case, isn't it? Now, in today's episode, guys, I'm going to be looking at decentralized apps that are currently working on Solana blockchain protocol, or centralized blockchain protocol, I like to call it. Now, I'm going to be looking at 2 things. The first one, guys, is the fiat value of incoming token transfers from unique active wallets to decentralized app smart contract over a period of time, and that is most likely 24 hours. So the first metric, guys, is in terms of dollar amount, and the second one is the number of unique active wallets interacting or performing transactions with the decentralized app smart contract over a period of time. So this, guys, would be an actual number, and if the numbers are ridiculously low, that does not mean that many people are actually interacting with the smart contract. Rather, what it means that there are so many smart contracts, and in these smart contracts there might be hundreds, if not thousands of people using this smart contract. Now, let me just run through the top 5 decentralized apps that are currently working on Solana. Now, the number one, guys, to be honest, is a surprise. It is a decentralized app called a Sharky, and in terms of dollar amount, it is $5.43 million. In terms of the number of users interacting or performing transactions with decentralized app smart contract for Sharky is 1,320. The second decentralized app is Saber. In terms of dollar amount, it is $1.78 million. In terms of interactions, it is 1,210. To be honest, guys, Solana's numbers are absolutely scary. And look, guys, historically, there have been several Ethereum killers, and Solana at one point of time was notoriously known to be Ethereum killer. Now, that thing being said, guys, since the last month or so, Solana has definitely made quite a lot of partnerships. Even MakerDAO is planning to shift the code base to Solana, and that is because of a new upgrade in MakerDAO protocol called as the Endgame. So definitely check it out. Now, the third decentralized app that is working on Solana is Degen CoinFlip. In terms of dollar amount, it is only $334,000, and in terms of the number of interactions, it is only at 263. The number 4 decentralized app on Solana is a decentralized app called a Splend, and in terms of dollar amount, it is $132,710. In terms of number of unique active wallets interacting or performing transactions with decentralized app smart contract for Splendid is only 203. And finally, guys, the number 5 decentralized app on Solana is OwlDAO. In terms of dollar amount, it is $81,980. In terms of interactions, it is only 496. So look, guys, it's going to be really interesting to see as and when we get more information regarding partnerships by centralized blockchain protocol called Solana, what kind of an impact will it have on decentralized apps. And look, guys, if you're a chief technology officer or trying to build things on blockchain protocols, definitely go to Dap Radar and look at the numbers. And to be honest, guys, some of the numbers are absolutely scary, isn't it? And in tomorrow's episode, we'll also take a deep dive into EOS blockchain protocol that did actually raise $4 billion in the ICO era. And to be honest, guys, the numbers are absolutely scary. Now, guys, before we look at the king of all kings, let me go ahead and explain a protocol called as BAT, that is Basic Attention Token. And if you're someone who's using Brave browser, you should definitely be aware of what this protocol is. So let me go ahead and briefly explain what BAT token is, and the ticker symbol is BAT. And BAT, guys, was created to revolutionize digital advertising industry, and it aims to improve the efficiency of online advertising by introducing new ways for users to interact with ads and content while ensuring their privacy. And Brendan Eich, one of the founders, is a prominent figure in the tech industry, and he has played a significant role in the creation of JavaScript and the development of Mozilla Firefox browser as well. And Brian Bondigas, the other co-founder, brings sustainable engineering experience to the project. Now, some of the unique features of BAT token are that BAT's primary use case is a digital advertising token within the Brave browser ecosystem, and users can opt to receive privacy-respecting ads in exchange for BAT rewards, and advertisers are required to commit to a minimum ad spend in BAT to run their campaigns through Brave ads, and a portion of this budget goes to Brave as a commission, and users can also earn BAT for the attention by engaging with ads. And this approach, guys, aims to create a fairer and more transparent advertising ecosystem. And to be honest, guys, when you talk about decentralization or so-called Web 3.0, this makes a perfect use case, isn't it? And so far as the tokenomics and circulation and supply is concerned, BAT has a maximum token supply of 1.5 billion tokens, making it a capped cryptocurrency, and most of these tokens are already in circulation. And I very specifically remember, guys, during its initial ICO in 2017, 1 billion BAT tokens were sold to investors, while 200 million were allocated to a development pool and 300 million were allocated to user growth pool, and these pools have been used to support the project's growth. And so far as the security mechanism is concerned, guys, because it was launched in 2017, BAT is an ERC20 token, which means it is built on Ethereum blockchain, and it benefits from the security of decentralization of the Ethereum network. And guys, if you do want to go out and buy a BAT token, they can be traded on various cryptocurrency exchanges, providing good liquidity and accessibility for users. And some of the notable exchanges that actually has BAT is Binance, Coinbase Pro, Huobi Global, and I'm pretty much sure even Kraken has them as well. And listen, guys, it's important to know that users can acquire BAT by purchasing it directly with fiat currencies on some platforms or by trading other cryptocurrencies for BAT token. And in summary, guys, BAT token or Basic Attention Token is a cryptocurrency that introduces innovative concepts to the advertising industry, focusing on user privacy and rewarding both users and publishers for the engagement. And it operates on Ethereum blockchain, and BAT tokens, guys, can be bought and traded on various cryptocurrency exchanges, making it accessible to a wide range of users and investors. So look, guys, when you talk about decentralization, when you talk about Web 3.0, BAT token does actually make quite a lot of sense. And in my episode yesterday, I did actually talk about a search engine called as Presearch, and they are trying to do exactly the same thing. Now, if you were to compare what Presearch is doing and what BAT is doing, I definitely have to give preference and a leading edge towards BAT token. So please feel free to go ahead and check it out. Now, guys, let's look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. And the price right now, guys, is $27,160. And I'm really curious to check, as and when we get information regarding the FOMC meeting, what kind of an impact will it have on the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And to be honest, guys, this just might set the stage for the price of Bitcoin towards the end of this year. Now, since the last 24 hours, guys, the price of Bitcoin is up by 1.27%, and since the last 7 days, it is up by 4.10%. Unfortunately, guys, the price of Ethereum hasn't moved a lot. It is at $1,641, and since the last 24 hours, it is marginally up by 0.05%, and since the last 7 days, it is up by 2.53%. The price of Binance BNB Coin, guys, is $217, and since the last 24 hours, it is marginally up by 0.49%. Since the last 7 days, it is marginally up by 2.16%. So it's going to be really interesting to see, guys, what kind of a narrative is actually set because of the FOMC meeting. Now, in today's episode, guys, let's talk about a massive news, and that is to do with Bitcoin Adoption Fund by Nomura. And Nomura, guys, is Japan's largest investment bank, and they have introduced the Bitcoin Adoption Fund through its subsidiary called as Laser Digital Asset Management. And I do believe Laser Digital Asset Management has received some kind of license by Dubai's VARA, that is Dubai's Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority. But the news is that they are targeting institutional investors, and this marks the initial step in Nomura's plan to launch a series of digital adoption investment solutions. And the Bitcoin Adoption Fund provides institutional investors with long exposure to Bitcoin, and they have selected Combino as its custody partner for secure asset storage. And to be honest, guys, as part of the Laser Digital Fund segregated portfolio company, and they've also registered with Cayman Islands Monetary Authority as well. So the big question is, guys, what does this mean for the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies? So let me try to break it down in terms of 5 areas. The first one, I think, is because of this news, there's definitely going to be increased institutional interest. There's going to be legitimacy and trust. There's going to be long-term investments. There's going to be custody solutions. And finally, guys, there's going to be positive market sentiment. So let me go ahead and break down this news in further, and what kind of an impact will this have on the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, cause the introduction of the Bitcoin Adoption Fund by Nomura's digital asset subsidiary, Laser Digital Asset Management for institutional investors, can have several potential implications for the price of Bitcoin. So the first point, guys, that I'd like to discuss is increased institutional interest, and the launch of Bitcoin-focused fund catering to institutional investors may attract more institutional capital into the Bitcoin market. And to be honest, guys, this increased demand from large investors could potentially drive up the price as they seek exposure to cryptocurrencies, isn't it? That's what my thought is. The second one, guys, is because of this news, there is legitimacy and trust. And look, guys, Nomura, being a major player in the financial industry, lends a sense of legitimacy and trust to the Bitcoin market. This could actually encourage more conservative investors and institutions to consider allocating funds to Bitcoin, potentially boosting demands and prices. I definitely do think so, that other investment funds will definitely be following what Nomura is doing. The third point, guys, is long-term investment. And it's important to note, guys, regarding this news, the fund's long exposure to Bitcoin suggests that institutional investors are interested in holding Bitcoin for the long term, and they're definitely not here for a short time. And if you also look at news regarding Bitcoin Spot ETF, they're definitely looking at it at a long-term horizon, and this could actually stabilize Bitcoin's price, as long-term investors are less likely to engage in short-term speculative trading that can lead to price volatility. And the next point, guys, is regarding custody solutions. And look, Comoros' choice of Combino as its custody partner signals a commitment to secure asset storage, and this could actually elevate concerns about the safety of holding Bitcoin, potentially attracting more institutional investors who are previously deterred by security issues. And finally, guys, so far as market sentiment is concerned, such news is absolutely positive, and it does have a very positive domino effect as well. And positive developments like this fund launch can influence market sentiment positively, and bullish sentiments often drives demand and subsequently price increases in the cryptocurrency market. However, guys, it's really important to note that the price of Bitcoin is influenced by a complex interplay of various factors, including, let's say, market sentiments, macroeconomic conditions, regulatory developments, and investor behavior as well. And look, guys, one thing which I briefly mentioned in my Crypto and Coffee Date podcast is, whenever there is a re-election a year before that, and sadly in the last quarter of the year before that, that's when we tend to see a lot of drama. We saw the September 9/11 attack, we had COVID-19. This year we might find something else as well. I'm hoping I'm 100% wrong with this. And so far as this news is concerned, while the launch of Bitcoin adoption is a noteworthy development, it's just one of many factors that can actually impact Bitcoin prices. So definitely positive news. Additionally, guys, it's also important to note that past performance of similar funds or announcements can provide some insights, but it definitely doesn't guarantee future price movements, as cryptocurrency markets remain highly speculative and volatile. Now, guys, let's discuss some positive news, and that has to do with Circle USDC. Now, look, as the war of stablecoins is literally towards an end, as Binance is definitely out and Circle USDC is definitely in the game. And the news is that USDC is on Polkadot Asset Hub, and Polkadot USDC is now available for developers and users for Polkadot Network, and Circle account and Circle APIs will actually make it easier to access Polkadot USDC and transfer to parachains and Polkadot via the XCM protocol. To be honest, guys, this news is more catered towards developers. And listen, guys, the founder of Ethereum, called as Dr. Gavin Wood, he has also gone ahead and founded Polkadot. And to be honest, guys, recently I did have an interview with Web3 TV, and I did actually tell them that this whole terminology called Web 3.0 was also developed by Dr. Gavin Wood. Now, going back to the news regarding USDC and Polkadot, USDC, guys, is the official form of USDC for Polkadot ecosystem, and they will be providing developers and users with access to a fully reserved dollar-backed stablecoin that will always be redeemable for one-to-one for US dollar. So definitely positive news. And looks like, guys, they're definitely powering new cases. So there are three core areas that's going to be massively impacted. First one, guys, is exchange, digital wallets, institutional traders and developers can now access Polkadot USDC via the Circle account and Circle APIs for a variety of use cases. The second one, guys, is making low-cost payments, and it's definitely going to help in 24-hour trading, borrowing and lending on parachains like Centrifig, Hydrax DM and Moonbeam. And finally, guys, this news is definitely going to enable users to hold savings in digital dollars without needing a traditional bank account. So definitely positive news. Now, guys, let's discuss some news, and that is to do with culture and hip-hop. And the news essentially is regarding Cultureverse. And yesterday, guys, marked the launch of an innovative digital venture called Cultureverse, which was created to celebrate the 50th anniversary of hip-hop music. And the unique project is the result of a collaboration between retail giant Walmart and Web3 creative studio called Spock Lab, also called as POC Lab. And POC Lab's founder, guys, is Simon Berry and Akbar Hamid, and they are based in New York. And this project, guys, was established in 2022 with a focus on promoting values such as representation, diversity and inclusion. And the fact that they are from New York, I'm pretty much sure they're definitely aligning with work principles as well. Now, so far as Spock Lab is concerned, they did actually team up with Walmart to launch Cultureverse, which Simon Berry described as an immersive gamified experience that pays homage to hip-hop pioneers and delves into the journey and impact. So if you're into hip-hop, definitely positive news. And I'm pretty much sure, guys, that some of the OG rappers will definitely be retweeting it. Now, guys, let's discuss some news regarding India. And this is more of an interview via Cointelegraph. And what the article states is that Indian state government is spurring blockchain technology. So what I did, guys, I took the transcript of the interview, I put it into ChatGPT, and I asked ChatGPT to give me a summary of it. So let me go ahead and briefly explain. Based on the interview, if Indian state governments is actually spurring or utilizing blockchain technology. So what the interview actually states is that India is increasingly adopting blockchain technology in various government initiatives, from data management to certificate assurance. And despite initial caution due to cryptocurrency associations, India now recognizes blockchain's potential, financing transparency and trust in society. And the country's rapid adoption is supported by a robust developer and startup community, creating custom solutions for specific use case. While full cryptocurrency acceptance remains uncertain, government agencies are exploring improved regulations for it. And based on the interview, guys, one real-world example of blockchain's impact is the New Town Kolkata Development Authority's use of NFTs for land mutation and transforming traditional processes. And various government bodies are collaborating with startups like Airchains to implement blockchain for accountability and security, such as tree plantation monitoring and complaint management systems as well. An Indian official, guys, possesses a deep understanding of blockchain technology, exploring the applications beyond the surface level, and blockchain is expected to play a significant role in India's growth, fostering innovation, economic development and opportunities across sector. And India's vast development talent pool and active Web3 community further supports its blockchain potential. Now listen, guys, India has seen statewide adoption implementation, and there are discussions about nationwide adoption with organizations like National Payment Corporation of India, and they plan to explore blockchain potential as well. And what the interview states, guys, to gain government support, transparency, efficiency and positive outcomes are crucial when proposing new systems. While Central American countries are also actively pursuing blockchain, clear regulations and guidelines are essential to expedite adoption. And India's homegrown blockchain technology like Polygon has gained global recognition and is being used by offshore projects, and investors in blockchain projects look for scalability and feasibility as well. And Akur Ranki Sinka, guys, who's the co-founder of Chairman, did give some sound advice in the interview. And the advice that he actually gave to other blockchain entrepreneurs in India includes focusing on building diverse use cases to drive adoption and bringing positive change to various industries. So to be honest, guys, this is just an interview and the facts might be different. Now, guys, let's discuss two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now, the first news is, guys, regarding L-Fi Labs, and they are launching in Dubai, and they are pioneering central hub for cryptocurrencies. So let me go ahead and briefly explain this. Now, the website for L-Fi Labs is lfi.io, and L-Fi, guys, is an innovative technology company, and they are expanding its presence in Dubai with the soft launch in L-Fi Labs, and L-Fi Labs will serve as a hub for crypto, finance, and technology innovation, and the goal is to foster innovation, inclusivity, and financial freedom. And N5 plans to offer diverse products and services to help people navigate the crypto and Web3 landscape. And guys, look, we know that Dubai is known for its progressive and tech-oriented environment, right? And this is one of the reasons why it's making an ideal location for L5's expansion, and the company aims to tap into Dubai's intellectual diversity and collaborate with visionary minds. And L5 Labs, guys, offers an immersive experience showcasing products like the L5 One smartphone and XL5 Minters as well, and the official opening is anticipated pretty soon. And the CEO of L5 Labs, called as Luis Goes, is looking forward to collaborating with experts in the region. And L5 Labs is dedicated with advancing the global fintech movement with cutting-edge hardware and software, and the ecosystem combines advanced computing and blockchain technology. And guys, so far as the mission is concerned, they want to promote financial independence through integrated products and solutions. So definitely positive news, I guess. Now, guys, let's move on to the second news, and this news has to do with artificial intelligence. And what I'm going to be doing, guys, is I'm going to go ahead and check areas where blockchain and cryptocurrencies does actually merge with this news. And the news is that Volatile is partnering with Third AI to boost artificial intelligence integration in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So essentially, guys, Volatile Energy and Communication is partnering with Third AI in Saudi Arabia, and the aim is to accelerate artificial intelligence integration in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and they focus on large language models, also called as LLM solutions, using central processing units or CPUs, and they shift away from traditional graphic processing units, also called as GPUs. And guys, the aim is to reduce high expenses associated with GPU-centric infrastructure. And the collaboration is focusing on encompassing projects in various industries, that is oil and gas, manufacturing, healthcare, and transportation, and joint effort to develop AI solutions addressing businesses and organization challenges in Saudi Arabia will be the future of this partnership. And to be honest, guys, it'll be a massive milestone for artificial intelligence development within the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And the aim of the partnership is to establish the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia as the leading hub for artificial intelligence innovation, and they want to create new opportunities for businesses and individuals as well. And Volatile Energy and Communication, guys, is a prominent AI and industrial automation solutions provider in the Saudi Arabian region, and they offer services such as integration, consulting, and trading as well. And they're committed to helping Saudi businesses and organizations adopt to AI for improved operations. And Third AI, guys, is a global leader in artificial intelligence powered solutions and is being used by businesses and organizations worldwide to enhance efficiency, productivity, and decision making. And to be honest, guys, the collaboration highlights a shift towards CPU-based AI solutions, and they are focusing on mitigating high costs associated with GPU-centric AI infrastructure, and they aim to address challenges across diverse sections in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So the big question is, guys, where does blockchain and cryptocurrency fit into this news? So let me break down 6 areas where I do feel blockchain and cryptocurrencies will actually have this partnership. So far as blockchain integration is concerned, they can possibly explore potential of integrating blockchain technology to enhance the security and transparency of artificial intelligence solutions developed through this partnership, so the data can actually be stored, let's say, on an open blockchain. And one of the biggest strengths, guys, of blockchain technology is smart contracts, right? And implementing smart contracts on a blockchain to automate and secure execution of agreement, let's say, between Volatile and Third AI and their clients in the deployments of artificial intelligence solutions will be an absolute game changer. And so far as cryptocurrency payments is concerned, they can probably enable cryptocurrency payments for artificial intelligence solutions, offering more efficient and borderless transactions, especially in international collaborations. And guys, if you look at tokenization of AI services can be a brilliant idea as well. And they can maybe consider tokenizing AI services and solutions, allowing their clients to invest or trade artificial intelligence assets on blockchain-based platforms. And look, guys, there's massive hype about Web3 decentralization. And with this partnership, maybe they can explore Web3 principles to create decentralized AI applications and services, reducing dependence on centralized infrastructure and fostering a more open and collaborative ecosystem. And finally, guys, if you look at data ownership and privacy, by leveraging blockchain technology, they can provide users with greater control over the AI generated data and ensure privacy, aligning with the principles of Web3 and data sovereignty. So, definitely positive news. And those were the news, guys, from Crypto and Coffee Date from Blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com, and also check out my other website, that is area2071.com, that talks everything about metaverse. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes, it's going to be an Ask Me Anything series where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. So let's get started with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's Josh from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. I have a question by Sid who asked, do you think it's a better idea to invest in artificial intelligence as opposed to, let's say, cryptocurrencies? To be honest, Sid, this is definitely not financial advice, and there's a lot of hype right now regarding artificial intelligence. And what I've been looking at right now, Sid, regarding data is concerned, a lot of investments are definitely pouring into artificial intelligence. This does not necessarily mean that all of the artificial intelligence projects or protocol will be a 100% success. There's always hype, there's always a lot of investments pouring in, and looks at what I'm seeing right now is a similar thing what is happening with metaverse, because ever since Facebook did actually change its name from Facebook to Meta, people became experts in LinkedIn overnight in metaverse. And in my Metaverse Everything podcast, I did actually state that 99% of investors in metaverse or cryptocurrency and blockchain protocols that were connected to metaverse lost a lot of money. So what I'm saying is definitely not financial advice, but investments are definitely pulling in right now in artificial intelligence. What I would recommend is, rather than investing in artificial intelligence, why don't you focus on using that investment in trying to build something on artificial intelligence? And that is where the whole technology kicks in, education kicks in, and you're focusing more on the education part, you're focusing more on the technology as opposed to investment. But listen, your circumstances might be different, my circumstance would be different. What I'll be really curious to check is if there is some protocol or project that is connected to cryptocurrencies that is using artificial intelligence absolutely 100%. So let's see, even the white paper is done by ChatGPT 4 and maybe better new forms of artificial intelligence. Maybe if the cryptocurrency is connected to, let's see, what Ray Dalio says, and it is kind of like an inflation-proof cryptocurrencies. Now we humans may not be able to come up with some solution, but could it be possible that artificial intelligence could come up with some solution? So that is an area which I'll definitely be curious to check upon. But to be honest, I wouldn't be keen on, let's say, investing in projects or protocol. Rather, I would use that investment in focusing on building something in artificial intelligence. And like it or not, artificial intelligence is definitely here, and it's definitely going to change humanity. And look, I've said this so many times, I've seen different narratives in the Bitcoin and blockchain space going back to 2013, and every time I try to check on news, I've definitely seen an influx of news in specific areas. Now, to be honest, in 2019 and 2020, there was massive news regarding DeFi, and right now I'm absolutely not seeing any news regarding DeFi at all. News regarding DeFi is actually completely shut down. Then there was this massive news about NFTs. The news of NFTs was definitely there, but definitely nowhere close to DeFi. Then there was this massive hype about metaverse, but to be honest, the news regarding artificial intelligence is definitely 3x or 5x more than metaverse and maybe DeFi combined as well. And artificial intelligence has not much to do with blockchain and cryptocurrencies. They can survive, or rather do a much better job with a centralized entity as well. And that is what drives a lot of news, a lot of investments. So to answer your question, I would rather focus on trying to build something on artificial intelligence. But again, it depends on your experience. So that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything season Blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com. And also check out my other website, area2071.com, that talks everything about metaverse. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. And guys, remember, Monday to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m., we have Crypto and Coffee Date, where we cover top news and information pertaining to Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. And how the series of episodes on the Crypto and Coffee Date works is we usually cover some top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well, news that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. The other two news and information is related to Dubai, UAE, and Middle East in the world of Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.